welcome back. Since the last video, I've gone and removed the fuel tank and emptied basically half a tank of fuel out of it. Looking around, you can see it's not in very good condition, but it seems to be just like mud and dirt, so hopefully clean up okay. Now, you can see from the floor there's more rust underneath it that was on top of the tank. When we go under, this is where the fuel tank sat, so this I can't tell if it's bare metal or not, but it's definitely not like the rest of it. And then moving further back, you've got, this is where the fuel tank was. There's a lot of surface corrosion running all the way across and down, and you can see the rear axle, and that's covered in mud and more surface corrosion. Again, same problem with the the chassis rails. Just a lot of corrosion, surface rust. The worst bit I found seems to be here. I'm gonna have to cut that piece out and have a look how badly that's corroded. Is it just the top layer, or has it gone back to both? And then you've got over the rear tubs. I'm hoping that will just clean up with a grinder and be able to treat it all and repaint it. So I've also looked for any signs of accident damage. So considering this side rear quarter was replaced, I was like, let's have a look, make sure nothing's like bent or tweaked. And I've looked all through the floors and I can't see any sort of major damage. So I'm now wondering if that rear quarter was dented in, like say a minor bump, or they'd hit, or say reversed into a wall, so they just decided to replace the whole thing. But other than that, I'm not seeing anything horrendous yet. Most of the stuff I've seen I know about. I think it's just continue and see how far I go. Cleaned all this back now, so you can see where the panel was and the repairs in the past, and going up around here where the ring was tacked on. Cleaning all this up, it's all good metal, but this is what's interesting. I don't know if I can get it on here very well, but let's try. This looks more like brass coloured. Maybe they can't get it to focus. So I don't know if this was actually welded on or tacked with brass, so I'm going to heat it up and see if it melts. So now this piece has been removed, been able to get this panel in a lot better, but it still doesn't actually fit in correctly. This needs trimming back, so this panel can come down, which will line it up better at the back, because at the moment it's too far down. So I need to grind this piece off. See if I can get this back up. There we go, so that's off now. So this is what was on the inside, so clean all this up, get it back to the one panel behind it, trim this section off all the way back to where there's good metal, that's no good there. So once that's all cleaned, cut back and cleaned up, then you can get that trimmed in to fit better. So this is when we're going to leave it for today. Removed all of this piece here down here, which was blocking it from going in, and now I need to basically trim up the edges like here to make it fit more, and then down the bottom this needs to go under the sill, but as you can see the sill's going to come off anyway due to the condition. But all in all, it's actually gone in okay. It's all lined up as you'd expect on the inside, but I think the next step is going to be repairing this corner piece down here, just because it's a lot easier to access without the inner wheel well in. So go and find out where I need to go to, cut out what's bad, and then start creating the repair panels. It's going to be quite interesting because, as you can see, it goes all the way up here, so it's going to be quite a big repair. So it might end up being fix this corner first and then slowly move around to fixing this section when I can repair in there. So it could be that the fact that it's individual repairs all the way up, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in one piece. Well, it's another day now, and the plan is that as much as it would be good to do this inner part, it's going to start blocking repairs for like this corner and up. So to continue with this, I'm going to put a time lapse on, take the wheel, make sure the wheel's off, and then start working out how far I need to cut around here and down to make this repair patch, and then all the way around here so we can get most of this done. Clean up this lip all the way around and down here, and then start basically trimming this section as well for the same. The aim is get as much as I can do without having to weld a new inner wheel arch, and it'll make it a lot easier to do all these repairs. The repairs like on the seat, that'll be done when the rear axle's off and underneath, so I can clean, that'll be all easy to clean up and replace that way. So time to start a time lapse and start working out how I'm going to basically cut out the rot and replace it with good steel. I'll bring you back in now. So all I've done is mark a line where the panel's going to be cut out, as well as remove the seatbelt anchor. That was just so I could see what it was like behind it, and if it needed replacing, which it doesn't. So it's now cut this out, and then down here remove this best I can, because that's a separate panel compared to the sill. So take all this out, and then it's going to be fabricate a new one which has the same radius at the bottom, up and then round and up. So let's get cutting out. It's been cut out easily now, so need to make this repair panel, but you can see the condition of the seat. So like that goes straight, there's nothing there to hold it in, the lip's missing all the way up, so they should have something that folds down to actually weld the two together, but none of that exists anymore. So coming up to when I'm working on the inside of the car, this will have to be all cut out, new lip made. The plan now is get my steel out the garage, trace the cut out piece onto that steel, including this side bit around here, and that goes down there. That goes all the way down to the bottom to attach into the inner sill. Cut it all out, get it as close as I can, and then extend it, work out the angles to this, and then make it so we get all the way up to here. Because that should be able to make a panel. You join me about 2 hours after cutting all this out. The next part was to create a template. So here is a bit of paper, well, card really. It was used, created a template, drew a line where the lip should be, and then folded around the edge. Once that was done, it was transferred to a piece of metal, cut out, and then recreated this lip and the contour. It starts to fit in, needs more adjustment to get all the curves and creases correct, but it's fitting as I'd expect. Once I've actually put it up correctly, all the gaps are good for welding. I just need to do some trimming at the paw repairs on the inside to get this edge here, sorry I can't, the one nearest the shock, to sit back, because this repair that's done up here is proud of the actual panel. So I need to trim that out and then clean up the inside and go from there. Make sure that this is folded over fully so it welds correctly, and yeah, it's getting there.